You get a mosquito?
You may have known him as Bajan Fari. This man is a genuine man. We go back for a really long time. He fights for those who are underprivileged. He makes his voice known and speaks up for those who might not have a voice. Big ups to Bajan Fari, Reborn. Alright, what's going on, people? We are here with Bajan Fari, Reborn. There is a whole story before we even get to that name, B. And I'm really happy to have you here with me on camera to sit down and talk about everything. You know what I mean? You have been away for a really long time.
Going 2 years now?
Yeah, 2 years. And funny enough, I saw a picture that I have on my Facebook with us both. I think it's November the 24th, 2012.
As they come, I think Adrian, they come from the journal.
Yeah.
As they come, she said, Adrian Fari. I was like, yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, that was the first
then
picture.
I just talked to you too also.
Yeah.
Before he come back from New York, also to talk big up to DJ.
Yeah.
For real thing.
You was just there vlogging and stuff like that, and you know how it goes. Everybody see you talking, and you was there just expressing your views, and it got bigger and bigger.
When I show me more love, then a lot of people say they come back home too. You know what I mean?
So the whole vlogging thing, how that started in New York, and you talking about current issues that was happening daily here in Barbados.
I went to a party and there was this guy he had his birthday, and Babsy, Babsy actually they buy a cake for him. So when he came, they had like a couple of weeks before they had let me at a backyard barbecue that they had.
Okay.
So I was like, alright, war on. So as he get the cake and he blow candles, I'm like, everything good?
Blacks.
Hold up. Eat all your cake one time. Have all your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? And I remember this guy named Pitbull. He messaged me and told me my Babsy was all set about the whole situation, I think. And I just had a little, you know, you bought on cameras, you can remember them?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had one of them. I started. So that's why I always tell people, no, I'm afraid to start with your phone. I still do videos on my phone. So I had an eyeball camera. I sat down and I just made a video. So after Babsy saw it and stuff like that, because that time I didn't even know who Babsy was.
Okay.
So she said, like, yo, I ain't gonna do another video. I was like, oh, I just doing this one. You know what I mean? I didn't really care about the video because most people knew me for like writing in Bajan dialect. You know what I mean? People like, yo, how you spell out these words and things? Because I just pronounce and then say it in my head, and then as the words just come to me like that. So that's really the most for on Facebook. That's how it started. What
was your most pivotal point when you started doing the vlogging? I mean, I know a lot of people was talking about the cursing and stuff like that, but to me, once you filter out that section, just get over that. You know what the content is about. But when you started to vlog now, what was the most pivotal thing you found while you were blogging?
Meeting genuine people. You know what I mean? A lot of genuine people came around me, but also along, you always get the little piranhas, you know what I mean? The little punch smokes that'll be swimming in the water that you can't catch. So they just come around and ask for them things. But going to schools, we've been to schools, work on the radio station since it was back here and stuff like
You was on a TED Talk too now?
Yeah,
I remember that.
That was the beginning of it all for me getting to the radio station because they went to TED Talk. What y'all want me to say? I'm fresh out in New York. I don't know if these people really want, these youngsters want to hear me.
What was the ages like?
They had a lot of fun, head boys and head girls there, prefects and stuff like that. Then I got a chance to go and talk to some children at foundation school. You know what I mean? And that was something else because you'd be surprised that your children say, I watch your videos. Like, no, you're not supposed to do that. Your mother knows. You know, and then some mothers will come, oh, you know, I can't keep myself from watching your videos. And be like, yo, is it? Because people watch movies and it got, as we call it, abusive language.
Yeah.
Nobody got a problem with that.
Yeah.
But from the time I started speaking,
it was a problem.
Right. And also my Bajan accent. Oh, why you can't speak like you are educated? Your mama. She's trying to autocorrect. You're moving like WhatsApp. For real.
I can't style you sometimes, you know.
But sit down.
Back to this conversation, B. So as you started off, you found yourself at TED Talk, you were talking to so many people, and it seems as though you've always had a love for Bajan art, Bajan culture. No matter where you go, even as you call it, you run full of flag. You always had that there, even before you come back to Barbados.
I would just go and take photos on Browns Beach. I'm like, yo, these sunsets be wicked. You know what I mean? And then you would get the silhouettes because now people walking through the shop. Mind you, I don't know nothing about silhouettes, aperture, nothing I don't know nothing about. Shutter speed, none of these
So you
things.
just self-taught?
Yeah. For the past couple of years I've been learning, but as you learn, it's a progression. You know what I mean? One time I felt like it just stuck. One of my pictures ended up in a newspaper.
That was the eclipse.
Yeah. And we had a little problem with that, but that gets solved and everything. You know? So I always wanted to pick Barbados, man, because not for nothing, I look at the Jamaicans and they watch how they flex in New York. And they see that, yo, them is fly, they flag and they got their island. Even though as bad as people say it is, they still highlight the fact I'm from Jamaica. So I don't see the necessary of going to me and saying, but you know what, forget Barbados, man, I can talk like a Yankee, you know. Nah.
What makes being a Bajan special?
Growing up in Queen Street, Porter's Lane, Queen Street, Sparkstown, St. Peter, it's always been a touching thing. Like I can remember things like seeing down inside, they had a place in Sparkstown called the Trees. It was called the Trees for a reason. It had the most coconut trees I ever seen in one place. It's always good to share the love for home. Home drum is a bit the loudest. I can't talk about the people in Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, whatever the case is, even in the United States. But first speaking about Barbados.
There was a photo you took, and I always say it's my favorite photo. It was of the homeless man, I can't remember his name. Ahmed. Yes, Ahmed.
Yeah.
And the way how you got his humanity in that photo, I will always remember that. I was like, Bajan Fari, how you get this dude? It was like one of the most beautiful human shots I have ever seen. I mean, not just in Barbados, I mean anywhere. And he was like half smiling, like there was a little joy, a little glint in his eye that you got. How you got that photo then?
He would say like, yo, Selassie. So I'm like, man, my name not Selassie, man. What's wrong with you, man? So then, eventually, like, I stopped, like, being, like, irritated by it because he ain't doing me nothing. So, me and him would talk. I wanted to just had my camera. I think I had this old Nikon lens. Manual focus. That's a manual focus shot, you know. So, I had this camera and I was like, yo, Selassie, come, I'm going to take your picture. So he was standing up there like, I will never forget this, he had a quarter in his mouth. I was like, take the money out your mouth, man. He took out the money. I was like, ready? And I just went, snap it. I was like, hold on. Smile. If you would notice, he had like a semi-smile on his face. I said, smile. And when I got home, I was like, yo, they're sharp. And then we zoom in and look. And I can see pores and the lines in the face of age and things like that. And I was like, yo, this photo come up so hard. I met this lady came on and she wrote up something about him. And she's like, yo, my son is actually named after him. He was my husband's best friend.
Wow.
I was like, what? And this is the photo. Can never be replicated. No matter what nobody do, they can never ever get that shot again.
You did that.
I did that.
You know the mosquitoes.
This mosquito in here big, bro. We got no like. What you know? When the men take off, the men gonna make a run and start. And jump off a ledge or something and drop in. Rings out.
I really wanted to know, pivot to your absence online. It has been greatly missed. A lot of people, especially during the pandemic, like, you would expect to see you of all people online talking, a live here, a short video there, or whatever was happening, keeping people's spirits up every now and again, but there was no word. It was like, he got COVID. Like, what happened? Like, he done with social media, he gone underground. What happened?
This lady told me, yo, go and get your eyes checked. in 2020, Mia, Prime Minister, you know, she actually got me to this doctor come and write a paperwork for me to go to the hospital. I went to the doctor, he said like, yo, it's probably the skin that's growing on my eyes. That's probably what causing the irritation.
Okay.
And my eye, that's what probably messing up. I call it, yo, my right eye feeling blurry. To me, it was okay, but it wasn't okay.
Yeah.
Because the first thing that started to disappear was my peripheral vision. Because like, if I do my hand like this, I can still see it a little bit. And the most thing I realized is that they kept checking my right eye all the time. They look at the left eye like, oh yeah, I can see it because they got this little thing you put your chin on and the blue light. So I'm like, yo, that look bright. But when they get here, you can see the blue light. So I was like, yo, what really going on? Thanks to Dr. Gill, Dr. Haynes, Dr. Bannister, and Dr. Evelyn. Kimberly, I don't remember. The lady that used to take care of me at night was in the hospital, but I put them first and foremost. And she told me like, yo, try some reading glasses.
Okay.
Let me see how it is and stuff. Because I can figure out what was wrong. I had on these reading glasses in 2020, first lockdown. Second lockdown, I realized that my eyes kept getting worse. Like, I'm like, yo, this ain't good. Like, I remember one time I dropped change. I bought something from my man. And I turned around, the change drop. I could not see the quarter on the ground. I was like, yo.
Wow.
So I just kick it, and I felt it on my shoulder, and I just stopped and I picked it up. I kept it moving. 2021 comes around and I went back to the doctor again and she was like, yo, we can send you to get a CAT scan. I just noticed that my phone, the text got bigger.
Yeah.
And they got blurrier.
Okay.
And gradually, you know, let me put this over your eye and call
it.
For some reason, my right eye, everything that was down there on that board disappeared.
Wow.
You understand? I was like, damn. It gradually started to come over to my left eye. So after I got the thing done and stuff, the day was like, I got some bad news. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you have a brain tumor. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, that's what causing your impairness in your vision. I was like, I ain't you know, like, right? You see, ever see the saw stone that people houses to be buying?
Yeah.
I felt like somebody come and bring about 6 of them and put in my lap, and then put a truck load of cement. I could not move. And she told me, because the first thing my mind goes is, you're gonna be blind and you're gonna die. That's the first thing I thought. But like, my vision already gone, I think. I go so they sit down, and there was a panel, like a liner, you know, the white liners that people just put on the bottom of the floor. They start the ties from peeling up, and I sat on there and just look at this. People was going. I know because I could hear people passing, but I could not get my eye off of that. Like, yo, this probably gonna be the last thing you see. Like, my mind gets me in a negative direction. Like, I can't even cry. So I left the hospital, walked through, came out, and walked through the car park to head to River Road. See, by the time I get by the end of the car park, I can't hold it no more. Yo, I mean, literally like water, yo. I call my brother, I call my niece, and I call my virgin. I do that forever. I don't care what. I will always be grateful to my brother and my virgin. Because in no short form, them dudes left me an inch. Especially my virgin. And he is like a brother to me, yo. It's Ross, Biggs, San, Chris. You know what I mean? And my virgin tell me everything gonna be alright, but I don't watch now. We got you, man. I got you, man. And like, yo, I was like, bro, I don't even know what I do to deserve this, yo. That day when they tell me this, I had to walk to the harbor and back. That was the longest road. I just gotta be walking and dragging my feet to make sure that I don't trip over or anything. And I just put a post up like, yo, I don't know if I'll be back, but if I do come back, I will let you all know. You know, I've been missing for a while, but all in good time, I will explain everything. And I just shut off the internet. I went into a dark, dark place. I mean, I can't believe it. People look at me and tell me, like, man, you go get on it there wrong. I'm like, yo, what you supposed to do? I already cried the tears already. I already feel the pain. People is like at people that they start their own life. You know what I mean? And we don't know what them going through.
Yeah.
But for your eyesight to go from this eye, shut it down, everything shut. People can, my brother tell me, that, no, a lot of people can take that, yo.
What kept you going throughout this entire process?
Big shout out to my nephew and Dr. Michaela, and of course my friend from Canada. She always had my back. She always had my back. If I work a month in total, I work now because my shoulder started hurting me.
Okay.
I went to chiropractic, all that, it still was hurting me. Then back then, everything comes down hard before 4th of July. Imagine sitting down home in your house, can't see for anything. So I had like a 1/4 inch of dust I was inhaling. The ash, I didn't get it cleaned off my house. Right, so it was blowing, still blowing in my house.
Okay.
So I was inhaling that. Can't see the seat, and it ended up with like a 1/4 inch of dust on my floor.
Wow.
And then the houses around me started one by one, disappear. A big, long government unit, you know what I mean? Because I live in Go Hill, just disappeared.
Wow.
And I would just go in the bedroom and lay down. I'm like, get any worse than this? I know for a fact, I had a good man and a good father called to put a lot of fight in the smallest one. It don't make sense giving up, you know? People would still call it, you know what I mean? People found out that I had a brain tumor, you know what I mean? They would call me, they would ask me, how is everything? Through it all, they just persevered, man. You just gotta get yourself that self-strength, you know what I mean? Because as they say, this is not your problem, his problem, their problem. This is my problem. I got to get that way. You
have been maneuvering. I've seen you finding your way at home. You would say, so, Fari, I want help with this. I good, sit down. I good. And you just moving around and doing your own thing. Like,
when I first went home, my brother and them, they want me to go and lay down in the bed. My brother, yo, big man, you want to rest. I said, I'm like, man, I'm going to rest. But I want to get up and
do things
in my house, you know what I mean? I sit down, people going on, how you listen to TV? I'm like, yo, because they turn on the power, and I got Amazon Fire Stick. Amazon, YouTube.
You and Google is getting
me and Google don't agree. Me and Bixby don't agree. I will tell Bixby, well, call Empress Zinger. Empress Diana is not in your formula. What?
Do you think that all the things you have learned, all the things you've been through, you know, you being from humble beginnings, being in the street, you know, it was hard. It was hard. I know some of the bad stories with you. You think that has given you the fortitude to be the soldier that you need to be now?
Here's the thing. I got an option and I choose to live. I learned that pain sometimes is be good because it's meant you're a stronger person. If it was a sheltered person, somebody that didn't know how to experience certain things, maybe it would have gone a different road. Like songs I listen to, like, it's not an easy road and them kind of song. They learn me that life is not easy. You know what I mean? I go always, as a struggle, I would never give up. So I know that I could eat food with a plastic fork and still get a belly full. So I just express on that kind of way.
What do you want people to recognize about you now? Because you know people might be, Bajan Fari, oh my God, I didn't know. And like treating you differently or softer or, you know what I mean? Because it's a hard thing to swallow. What do you want people, or how do you want people to treat you?
I don't like pity. Say, no, I had 2 surgeries. Sent me back to get scanned again. The tumor was so big that it was still more there. And they had just operated on me for 5 hours. So now, they're telling me, you gotta go back in again. So I went from Monday into Tuesday, from Tuesday into Wednesday. Pity is saying like, oh my God, I feel for you. Don't do that. And don't tell me I'm sorry. When you tell me I'm sorry, it makes you seem like, oh, I'm sorry, you're sorry. It ain't you that caused it.
What do you have planned for yourself moving forward?
Let's say my left eye come around and I'm able to see again and stuff like that there, you know what I mean? I really want to carry to that level apart. The videos I used to make before is no longer, because during all this, I actually changed my name.
Yeah.
The Reborn come from after I had the surgery. You know what I mean? So I see my videos that I sit down home, and as I tell Adrian, I tell everybody, sometimes the fathers close their eyes for you to see. I just be like, yo, a calling program in a studio, like a little studio. You know what I mean? Because I lost everything. A lot of people don't know that.
Wow.
I lost my laptop, I lost my camera, lost my lenses, everything is gone. Because the dust that was in the house.
Understood.
See, Jane. And then even big up to Rico, he's actually repair marks and stuff like that. He tried to sell the laptop, but it wasn't go. Everything mashed up. But still, I like get me down because I got a phone. My phone is, I think my phone is shoot 4K.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got ring lights on. So I can still start something, but I don't want to start nothing and just get stuck in that same path that I was on all along. My brethren and them motivated me, my sister, you all motivate me. So it's up to me now to put on a different cloak and help others too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously if I could get a studio, y'all could come and shoot by my studio. You know what I mean? Others could come and shoot, you know what I mean? And stuff with that and probably even teach some youngsters about this thing, because it ain't easy to sit in front of a camera and be yourself, you know? Oh no, I can't.
A lot of people get self-conscious.
You know what I mean? Oh my God, I gotta put on. And, it's just that you being yourself. To get in front of that camera and say, like, you know what? I could do this, man. I could get this done. Being in the hospital, so I went through surgeries and stuff. Since I come out, and I want also dedicate this here to Father Crab. You know, rest in peace, General, for real. Because I will never forget. I was in Ward B7. Shout out to the ladies in B7. Shout out to my man Rabbit, starting to help me on my phone because I can see the phone. So I'd be like, Rabbit, some boy message me who it is. You know what I mean? And Rabbit are just, you know what I mean, was in the hospital too under certain circumstances and things. And he said like, I remember Crab telling me, I was like, one day I was talking to Crab, and he was like, yo, I will never forget this as long as I live. He like, yo, you see the voice that you got, how you speak, big man, I think? You supposed to be on a stage, you will make so much money, big man, as a host or no. And he was like, probably people ain't want me on the stage, man. Be like, yo, I believe what I tell you, and I will never forget that, you know. My brother John Rossins who actually told me what Crab passed there, you know what I mean? And at least I get to see him, I had a laugh with him, and for him to share something like that with me. So all those things that motivate me. I just thank the Father for giving me the strength every day to push and go through, because you're not stopping me now.
What do you want to be remembered for, or what is it that you want to leave behind as a legacy?
No nonsense. No nonsense. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the person that do things to people that like me. I want to do my own, be known as, look, he's the boy that do his own thing, he's the flag bearer, he's the boy that set up front and say like, yo, let's go. I still got a lot more to do, so the name Reborn songs is like I get a second chance. And legacy that people always remember, like, yo, they could go back and say, oh, watch a video, man, and be like, yo, I remember Fari, boy, that Fari was a good man, Fari help people. Because that's something I always wanted to do, like, I don't pity them, help them, help youngsters that in schools that see me on, yo, I would like to do videos one day. Sit down, camera right there, go. That's like DJ.
Catching mosquitoes.
Yeah, from the youngsters all the way up. I still think the best of me is still ahead. Like, I kind of all know, you know what I mean? The bones is creep when you get up and things like that.
Crispy.
Whoever sitting up on the ground when you get up, like, I was like, damn, you're the transformer.
You have a poster up of some beautiful artwork that Matthew Clark did, coming out of whatever it is that you coming out of, fire, and you got on your shield, and You told me something about the photo with a number and the representation of a certain number inside the shield. Talk about it.
300.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one of my favorite movies that I like to watch is 300. I can't get enough of it because I look at it as like, yo, I hear you got a song called One Man Against the World. You know what I mean? And through all the battles and the scars and everything, I still get a chance to return home. I get a chance to be reborn again. Shout out to my mom, Matthew Clark. He never ever fails me. Ever. I was in the hospital, I was in Ward B7. Shout out to Miss Nurse Blackman. Probably somebody can tell you that he call your name in the video. Love you bad. I was in the hospital and they called Matthew like, yo, Matthew, I just had surgery. They just removed the tumor last week because people want to know how you get out the hospital so quick. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. They said the first surgery I bled, but then when they went the second time, because they had a cut open my nose, you know, they had to went up through my nose.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how I get eye surgery. I was in recovery telling my mom, I feel like, yo, I feel like something different, or I feel like man, my brain I had a switch. I don't feel the same way no more, or I feel different. Actually, when I went home the first time, I had put the cart before yours. I made this video. I was so angry. People didn't understand it. I was so angry and like so vexed with how some people that sat with my friends move with me. And I like get the best of me one night and I just explode on YouTube. And people say, yo, he got mad and this and that. No, I'm not. The boy got mad. Oh, right? But before that time, I feel like, yo, I feel like a warrior that come back from battle, wounded, scared, but still ready to go back in the battle. I got it in the hospital. I got it like the next day.
Cheese on?
Like the next day. That photo, like you see, that
color and everything.
Matthew is on a game.
You're bad, man. You're bad.
You ever see Matthew comics?
Yes.
I just always big up Matthew. I can never left Matthew. I never traded my, and I've been doing blogging now. I've been back home 10 years.
Yep.
And I've been doing blogging now about 15 years. It was hard, but as I said, it's not hard like this right now.
You have been watching the exclusive interview right here on GineOn.com with Bajan Fari Reborned. Yeah, man, he's been through a lot, but he had a lot to focus on, just like his camera. But he has some really, really good moments in his life and some inspirational people who was the flash to make it burn brighter. Big it yourself, Fari. Bajan Fari Reborn.
I don't know what.
I got no knocks, no man can't hug me properly and things.
Still really hugging thing.
Yes.
DJ is just a temporary
no,
thing.
I don't care.
DJ temporary. DJ help. DJ. That's up, DJ. Kill a mosquito. Kill a mosquito.
Hey.
Yeah.
Out and back. Boom.
Done talk. I never see that interview. What I want to do, I want to make a video of it, right? Showing people how me and these things is interact. Real thing, because they don't answer nothing that I be saying in Bajan. They don't know nothing. I remember one time I sit down, I was messaging T. And I was like, good morning, hope everything good, whatever, right? This time was like, it's gassy this morning. I'm like, what? No, that's not what I said. And like, you know what I mean? And then Google obviously start to get back to me here or late because Google is be like, I'd be like, hey Google. Oh, she's sleeping. Okay, Google. She like a miserable day.
Yeah, so she talking to you, silent treatment.
Right, so I'd be vexed and then be like, I said, well, what is do now? I trick her though. I go cross by Bixby. Wake up Google. Bixby's actually, yo, you kiss me ass.
She's answered, how may I help you?
There's no need for abusive language. There's not abusive language. Ask in the Bible.